This is Tomomi, and I'm going to talk about a mobile HTML5 use cases using the app I wrote. It's called Tomomi Camera. And let me read a little bit in Japanese. こんにちは、はじめまして。井浦智美と申します。サンフランシスコから来ました。ちょっと言い訳しますが、時差ボケで眠いんで、失敗したらごめんなさい。Again, yeah. I know I don't have time, but I'll just quickly introduce myself. So I'm a mobile front-end engineer, and with mobile focus. Front-end engineer is mobile focus. And I'm currently working at Nokia in the Silicon Valley, and I'm previously working for Palm Web OS and Yahoo. And that's me. And on the Twitter, I'm a programmer. So maybe you know me already. So here I'm going to talk about HTML5 APIs and JavaScript APIs. Many times you don't know what you can do with all those new APIs. So I just try to come up with some good use cases. So we decided to create this app called Tomomi Camera, and we did this project with Toby. Yeah, he's going to speak it next. So this is a video. I can't really show the actual app here, so I'm going to have this video.
Just right click and play. Could you do that? Yep.
So this is a web app. I wrote entirely in JavaScript. I basically kind of tapping a button. It's launch a native camera and you take a photo. Familiar looking building there. I'm right next to the Nokia office in Sunset. And then applying a filter on the photo just And so what we're doing here is basically saving this filtered photo in a browser locally. Yeah, I'm not telling you which company it is. This is actually a legal department there. And now sending it to the server. So the reason I did this project is because we wanted to showcase the capability of the web platform, and we want to basically show them what we can do with this. And also we wanted to educate web developers like you all here. And finally, we wanted to help improve browsers. So obviously I'm not working directly for creating the browser itself, but just by showing this app to vendors, they can see what's working correctly, what's not working correctly. So that's the whole point. So we want to just help them fix the bugs and stuff. So here I'm going to quickly talk about the actual use cases and the actual technologies and APIs I've used for this app. So the first. So you saw that the native camera was launched when I tapped the button there on the UI. So this is actually use something called HTML media capture. So this is not actually the user media, which you might have heard of. So this is a different technology. A different thing. So initially, the first you can see I'm using this input element, which is type attribute is the value file. So you see there's no JavaScript there. It's just an HTML. But the difference, so this is just like file uploading, but the difference is we're using the accept and capture attributes here. And if I just specify and accept this image and capture, well in this case camera, so you can launch the native camera from the browser. And actually this is old specifications, but that's what the current browser is supporting. And now the new spec is actually just going to capture attribute that's Boolean value. It's easier. Because it's obvious when we're using the image, we're taking camera. The other thing we can do is maybe call it like a videos, and audio. And the chart here, I mean the compatibility chart here is supported browsers. And here I'm talking about the mobile browsers only, not the desktop browsers. So the Chrome 18 is actually the earliest Chrome on Android. And the next one's Android. And BlackBerry 10. And that the next one, you might not have seen it, but it's Tizen. And Tizen 2.1 support is fine. But Safari and Firefox, well, those browsers do support this feature, but they didn't implement it correctly. So, you know, when you tap the button, you might not necessarily get the camera straight, I mean, the directory form. So they're doing it wrong. The IE10, well, it's a DIM. So the IE10 and desktop don't lie. They do support the file, I mean, the input is a file, the type file. Well, it's sort of, so it's kind of like working like Safari and Firefox, but for some reason it just doesn't work in mobile. So I asked IE team in Microsoft, and they say, well, they disable the feature for mobile. So I'm begging them to disable it.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think I have time much, so I'm going to go quick. So the file API, so the photo you just took, it's returned as the file object. So once you get like on-change event expired, you know, you get this file reader, the instance there. Let me see. Anyways, I'm not going to explain everything. Sorry. So basically, the photo was returned as a file object here. So that the file object here, I just dumped the whole thing into the canvas context here. So I get this canvas and get the pixel data from canvas to tweak some pixel to give it a nice filters like sepia, grayscale, or whatever filters here. And the canvas has a really great support. So most the most modern mobile browsers do support. So so this is a pixel data from pixel information from the image data object here, and we have an array of like RGBA, so we can just tweak some values to make some changes. So the actual code sample looks like this. So this is what I did for the grayscale. So again, I'm not going to talk too much about this. So to save the photos, I use IndexedDB. So basically what it's doing is, like again I said, storing the photo locally on the browser. So you might have heard of something like WebSQL and such, but that's not actually included as a standard anymore. So now W3C's choice of standard local, not local search, database is IndexedDB. So it looks really easy, it's just open up IndexedDB like this, but the whole process is taking in the async here. So those browsers here listed, they do support the basic async IDB and IndexedDB here, but well, again, you can see there's so many browsers are missing here. And also those Chrome 18, the BlackBerry 10, they still need the beta prefix here, the WebKit prefix. But then there's some problems with IndexedDB. So, well, it's a good idea, we can use IndexedDB to save the browser and stuff. Ideally, it works fine. But the thing is, well, it doesn't work as I expected, and it was such a pain to implement actually. So, Safari and Opera, when I'm talking about Opera, that's a Presto-based Opera, and I haven't really done much experiment with WebKit. Because now we have Opera Next on Android, and that's Opera 14, and that's WebKit-based. And I don't think we have a Blink-based Opera for mobile yet. But anyway, so when I'm talking about Opera here is the old one, the compressor based. So they don't support IndexedDB. Bummer. The Chrome, the Firefox, the BlackBerry cans do support, but it's still using some deprecated specs, so it's kind of annoying. So because newer Firefox and newer Chromes do support, this correct, I would say the up-to-date specification. So if you want to support both older and latest browsers, you might have to write them all. So it's really annoying. Now also the Chrome, is that newest 27,400? I think, I forgot. But anyways, it doesn't matter. Even if you have the latest Chrome, it still does not support blob, the finally large object. So for my app, what I did was have to save the basics for string, which is really long string, instead of blob. So honestly, I don't think it's a good idea. It might have some performance problems. And for sending photo to the server, it's XHR, but specifically it's XHR level 2. So XHR2 comes with a lot of cool stuff. So you can use a phone data here, and you can just append a photo. So even if you don't have actual phones and stuff, you can still send whatever you want. And this is pretty supported in most of browsers, including IE. Well, it's the IE 10. The latest one. And again, when I'm talking about Opera here, it's the first Opera. And a cool thing you can do is, it comes with a lot of new events here. So something like progress here. I'm using this event listener here. So by using this on progress event here, you can just show something like how much files being uploaded to the server. So you can see this is actual, a screenshot. And when you want to send the photos to the server, when I meant server, I mean something external. So when we were using XHR, it used to be, we could send things only to same domain, right? But by using this course, you can just send it outside of your own domain. When I'm specifying this, so this is an access control origin, and then you can just specify, whatever the domain you're accepting the files from. So if you have Apache, that's actually example of Apache, an htaccess file, that's all you have to do. And when I'm talking about the star here, means, basically accepting from, anywhere. And it looks kind of scary, but you don't have to worry too much about it. Security-wise, it should be safe. And this has really it should be. I don't know the security versions, I guess I'm 100% sure, but don't quote me then. Don't tweet, whatever. Anyway, so course is really great support as well. So most of the modern mobile browsers do support fine. And touch events. So I showed you earlier in the video. So on the photo gallery, I use this carousel look in UI, so you can just swipe left to right. And to do this, I use this touch events here. But this is let's say traditional, but the earlier version 1 touch events specified or defined by Apple. Oh, I say that. So that's a touch, touch start, touch mode, touch end. But thing is, we're not sure about, talking about web standard, if this can be made a standard and such, there's some patent issue. So there's something called the pointer events, and this was submitted by Microsoft. And compared to the touch event version 1, this supports all kind of input device, any input devices. So it's not just touch. So for the touch event, if you are using that app on desktop with mouse, it just doesn't do anything. It has to be on touch-enabled devices. So you have to write touch event and a mouse event. But if you're using point events, it's taking care of everything, so you don't have to write separately. So basically, the event, we're using event listener here. It's a pointer down, pointer move, pointer up. It looks pretty similar to touch events here, so it's really easy to move. Unfortunately, this is only supported by IE10. So you have to use an MS prefix. But actually, I said only IE10, but well, it's not a mobile, but there's something called experimental Chrome build, the 26 point whatever that is. And this is not really the official release version, but it does support point events. And I forgot where I didn't include the URL, but you can actually download and try by yourself. And that doesn't require any WebKit prefix and such. Pretty cool. So I'm not sure if the other browser is going to support it. I asked the Google guys, they don't give me any official words, although they say they're interested. So see what happens. And there are more APIs that are used for this app, including history API, screen orientation API, and CSS, 3D, transitions animations, web font, app font base, hidden attribute, data custom attributes, and I didn't write everything, but there are more APIs that get used. A lot of cool stuff. So well, this is, well, I don't know if you guys are familiar with PhoneGap. So this is something, it's created by Nitobi and currently owned by Adobe. So that's some tool that lets you create mobile native apps. But I use this for Lumia phone. Well, I work for Nokia, by the way. So Lumia has, well, this has the Windows Phone OS and comes with an IE10. And again, like IE10 on mobile doesn't support media capture. So basically, this web app is useless on this phone. So I use a PhoneGap because PhoneGap really fill in the gap, the missing features. So some device APIs and such, we don't have really real polyfills. So we use this PhoneGap APIs to create native app. I don't have a video, but it works pretty much the same. But instead of web app, that's actually native app. So anyways, so everything I talked about it, you can see the actual source code. It's on GitHub. This is really not done yet, so I should keep making it better. But at least you can see it now. And if you want to try it on your phone, this is a URL. Again, this is not completed, so. Alright, so, well, thank you very much. And sorry I had a jet lag and I'm kind of sleepy. I did a bad job, but anyway, thank you.